Nutrition can be incredibly confusing. We hear so many conflicting reports about what is or isn't good for us. So here today to help us sort all of it out is registered dietitian Amy Deahl-Greenlaw from the Food Trust, an organization committed to providing healthy, affordable food. So thanks, Amy, for being with us.
It's my pleasure.
It is so confusing. We hear reports about all kinds of food. First it's good for us, then it isn't, then it is again, and then food marketers try to trick us into believing that their food is a healthy choice.
This is true. Sometimes it does feel like you have to have a degree in nutrition to figure out what's healthy and what's not. But really, if you follow 3 basic guidelines, you are pretty guaranteed of eating healthfully.
Tell us what your 3 guidelines are.
My 3 guidelines are, first and foremost, eat fruits and veggies every day.
Okay.
Second, think your drink. Think very carefully about what you're drinking. And lastly is physical activity. Getting plenty of physical activity in every single day.
Those are very simple and things that I think most people could try to incorporate into their life.
I hope so.
Before we talk about those things, we want to talk about a few of the basic tricks to just how confusing it really is. So we have 3 basic restaurant-style meals: a bacon cheeseburger, a crispy Caesar salad, and 2 slices of pizza. And most people, I think, would say, well, if they're choosing that healthier option,
right,
it's the salad.
Go with the salad. Well, and actually, if you all 3 of these are very high calorie. This is huge portion size. This has got the bacon and the cheese and a huge amount of meat. But actually, in this instance, it is the crispy chicken Caesar salad. Crispy is code for deep fat fried, and this one is bathed in a creamy salad dressing. Okay. So that's where all the calories are in this one.
Moving on to breakfast, we have ham, egg, and cheese on a McMuffin.
Right.
We have an oat bran muffin. We have yogurt with fruit, and we have oatmeal with a little bit of brown sugar and cinnamon. I would say, if I was guessing, I would probably say either the yogurt or the muffin. I would say the oat bran muffin would be the healthier choice and probably lowest in calories.
Right. Well, we're talking about calories here, and I would unfortunately have to tell you that the bran muffin, which a lot of people think bran must be the healthy choice, actually does have a lot of calories in it.
Especially if it's the bakery size.
The bakery size ones that you get in a lot of the bakery chains are usually much bigger than that, and they are loaded with calories.
Finally, another one that's a little bit confusing, a standard bakery-sized bagel. Most of us think, oh, well, it's a bagel, so I had my serving of grain.
That's right. And a couple things. This is a very large serving. It is not a whole grain. It does have some nice seeds on top, but it is a white bagel, so you're not getting those whole grains. And the size of it is really, believe it or not, can be equivalent to 5 slices of bread.
That is an awful lot.
I know.
An awful lot. Okay. Well, let's talk about the things that we do want to do.
Right.
Increasing fruits and vegetables.
Right. We should be thinking about fruits and vegetables all day long. From the moment we wake up in the morning until we go to bed, we should be thinking fruits and vegetables. Breakfast time, we should be thinking, what fruit am I going to be getting in at my breakfast? And we have some samples here today of a couple breakfasts. We have a cereal and low-fat milk and a banana. We've got orange juice and whole grain toast. We have oatmeal, which is a wonderful whole grain breakfast item, and we've got some dried fruit on top, some raisins. And we also have yogurt with some fruit. Again, you're getting your fruit serving in there right from the beginning of the day.
Great. As we're snacking throughout the day or preparing snacks for our children,
yes,
cutting up fruits and vegetables.
Cutting up fruits and vegetables. Many times children love fruits and vegetables, and a lot of people are surprised by that. Right. But when you make them very easy for them to eat, and they like cut up fruits and vegetables. Slicing up an apple, and we have a little apple slicer here. These vegetables are easily cut up, and they have a little dip here.
And you could do the same thing as a dip with the apples as well.
Absolutely.
Dip them in some yogurt.
Or peanut butter.
Or peanut butter.
Peanut butter is a great after-school snack. And we have some salsa over here, which
chips, whole grain
chips. And some salsa. This is fresh salsa, but any jarred salsa is wonderful. It was the #1 snack food in my house. Salsa and whole grain chips.
Right. And for the rest of us, and kids would eat this as well.
Absolutely.
But fruit bowl, cut up fruit, that way it's always ready. We don't have to worry about cleaning it.
That's right.
Okay.
And
one of your personal pet peeves, especially when it comes to kids, and I love this, applesauce.
Yes. A favorite food of kids and adults, actually, and it is a wonderful food. But I brought 3 different types of applesauces with me. The applesauce that is in the front is the natural applesauce, and natural here just indicates that there is no sugar added to it. So whatever sugar you see on the label is just the natural sugar that comes from a sweet fruit. The original applesauce, which is behind it, has added sugar. So original is code for they've added sugar to it. And this one has 18 grams of sugar. 10 of those grams are added sugar, which amounts to 2.5 teaspoons of added sugar for a half-cup serving.
And high fructose corn syrup or sugar is the second ingredient.
And there you have it. And then, to top it all off, kids love cinnamon, and cinnamon applesauce is so popular. Has even more sugar. This one has 21 grams of sugar, which is equivalent to 3 additional teaspoons of sugar.
And double the amount of calories in the natural.
Yes.
So I guess give them the natural and sprinkle some cinnamon on top.
Perfect.
Because it's not the cinnamon that's doing
That's
it, right?
right.
It's the sugar.
It's the sugar, absolutely.
Okay. Let's move on to the second tenet or rule, which is think your drink.
Absolutely. We need to think our drink because we're chewing food, we're eating it, and we're getting all those calories from the foods we're eating, which is fine, but we're also drinking our calories, and we forget that we're also consuming our calories in liquid form. Of course, a soda we're all familiar with. This one soda has almost 250 calories. So you've got to add that to the 1,000-calorie lunch over here.
Right.
Tea is such a popular item, and I think tea has some wonderful attributes to it, but you have to look carefully. If you look at the ingredient list, second ingredient, what is it, Beth?
High fructose corn syrup.
Which is a code name for sugar. And then you have this wonderful vitamin water. Everybody thinks they're so healthy. And what is the second ingredient on that?
I'm going to guess it's high. Well, indeed it is. Well, in this case, it's not high fructose corn syrup. It's plain old sugar.
They just said plain old sugar. Sometimes they do that.
And then those lattes that everybody loves, you're looking at, you said 200, 250 calories.
That's correct.
So we want to think about water, 100% juice, and low-fat milk.
Low and non-fat milk.
That's correct. Non-fat milk.
That's right.
And finally, more physical activity. We just have a little less than a minute left, but let's talk about that. How important that is to keep moving.
60 minutes a day for kids and at least 30 minutes for adults. We need to be moving our bodies every day above and beyond your normal daily activities.
Okay.
So we really have to consciously be thinking about how are we going to get that 30 minutes in? How are we going to encourage our kids to be getting that 60 minutes in?
Doesn't need to be necessarily I have to go out and run.
No,
or
not at all.
I have to go to join a gym. It can be simply taking a walk.
Taking a walk. That's right.
Okay, those are great tips. So to review again, increase fruit and vegetable consumption. We want to limit caloric beverages.
That's right.
And we want to move our bodies more.
That's it.
Amy, thanks so much.
You're
For more
welcome.
information, visit our website. It's missiongoodnutrition.org. There's so much food advice out there these days, and eating healthfully can be confusing. But if you follow 3 simple keys, you'll be well on your way to healthy eating and living. First, to increase the amount of fruits and vegetables that you're eating. They should be big staples in your diet. They have lots of fiber and nutrients and help keep you strong. Second, think about reducing the amount of sweetened beverages that you drink. Those calories add up fast. And third, be sure to get moving. Get some physical activity every day.
February has always been known as Heart Month. And what better time than now to focus on a healthy heart for you and everyone you love. Start by adopting a few simple lifestyle habits, like eating a variety of foods from all food groups. Focus on nutrient-rich foods that have vitamins, minerals, and fiber, but are lower in calories. Vegetables and fruit can help control your weight and blood pressure. Whole grains, especially oats, can help lower cholesterol. Enjoy fat-free and low-fat dairy products. And include fish rich in omega-3 fatty acids like salmon, sardines, and herring. Just 2 servings per week can lower the risk of death from coronary artery disease. And don't forget to exercise 30 minutes a day. Physical inactivity is a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Try walking, jogging, swimming, cycling, skiing, or aerobic dance. Even if it's in 10-minute increments, all physical activity adds up. Finally, limit your alcohol consumption and don't smoke tobacco. Before you know it, you'll be on your way to a happier, healthier heart.
A heart-healthy diet isn't just about what you should not eat. There's also lots of great things you can eat, like fresh fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lean protein. Our guest chef today to show us some heart-healthy recipes